this might make you uncomfortable. You may say, Gina, honey, what might make me uncomfortable? Well, let's face it. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable when they have to talk about their feelings. Gina, why are you talking about your feelings so early in the morning? I woke up all of a sudden. It's down there sleeping. Rosie's in the bed, and I got wide awake, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I thought, I can't sleep. And then that word entered my mind is, this might make you uncomfortable. And it is uncomfortable for a lot of people. Hidden nugget, good morning. When you start talking about feelings, because as we know, feelings are something that people try to avoid because it makes you vulnerable. And no one wants to appear vulnerable in today's world. We think we got a lot of things that we don't want to talk about because there's too much going on. And it's like our world, if you think about it, we're trying to navigate it. We're trying to navigate through these stormy seas of life. And it's literally shaking us and rattling us to the core of our being. And we're finding out what we're made of, more or less. We're finding out what we're made of. And when you get shaken to the core of your being and rattled, it's going to cause things to come to the surface. It is. It's going to cause repressed emotions, feelings, memories, all of it. My nose is itching again. It's going to cause them to come to the surface because you're going to have to work through them. You are, and you may not want to work through them. Our thoughts are, I can't really see that good in the morning. Melinda, our thoughts are manifesting. Thoughts are manifesting. They are. Whether they be good, whether they be bad, whether they be hurtful. You don't want hurtful thoughts remanifesting in your life. You do not. You want to be able to move beyond those. And if they're coming through this to the surface, you've got to deal with them. You do. You got to look at them and think, well, do I want to go through this again? No. Been there, done that. Don't want to go through this again. We don't. You want something better. You want something better in your life. You really do. And something that doesn't cause that painful memory, those painful feelings and stuff to repeat. No, because you're tired of it. You're tired of living that life, of a life of pain. And there's no denying it. There's no denying it that certain things happen that trigger certain emotions again in you, especially when the world's been rattled and you've been rattled and you're a little bit shooken up. Let me see these comments. Good morning, everyone. You're up to Scrappy Doo, honey. The Lord is filling your soul. Well, let's have it filled to overflowing with some LOVE from right inside of there. That's really, truly has always been my heart's desire. If I'm ever going to be given anything on this earth, I want love right there more than any physical thing on this earth. want love. Just want to be loved. I want love. I want to be love. I want to give love. I think that's pretty much the heart's intent of a person who likes love. Yeah, don't get me giggling. It's early in the morning. You couldn't sleep, Chad. Cecilia, Grand Rising. Um, Michael, hello. 1 a.m. in California. How wonderful to hear Gina before bedtime. Oh, wow, sweetheart. Oh, it is true. It really is true. It's the highest energy. It is. Um, but it's uncomfortable to talk about feelings, and love is one of those feelings. Since you brought it up, we can talk about it. I don't really have a problem talking about it. It's not very often that you get an opportune moment to talk about love. It's not often. It's a subject that people really, how many people do you know who want to sit around and talk about love and how much they need love in their life, because love truly does fulfill a person. It's healing. It's healing on the inside. It's what every person truly desires, really, if they wanted to be honest with their heart. It's what they desire above all else: unconditional love and acceptance from others. Really, you want to feel it in your heart. You want to be able to express how you feel. But in this world that we live in, that's really hard. I admit it. You know how many people I can express this to um, in my life? It's not very many. I don't need all my fingers. Some that I would like to have conversations like this with, I can't. It makes them way too uncomfortable. They want to hear it, but they can't move beyond the uncomfortableness. They can't. And they don't want to admit that they too need it. They need love. They need to be accepted. They need to be able, if there's a blockage within the human being, there really is a blockage within their heart. Somehow it got blocked from years and years and years and years ago. I would assume it started when you were really, really, really little. And children, when they're little, should be that they're able to talk. They are able to express themselves. But as you get older, you learn that that's not how the world works. This world that we live in, that we find ourselves in, it's not how it works. You don't talk about that stuff. You got to get yourself in gear and start living in this world, or you ain't going to make it the way that this world runs. Um, we could drink tea and swing on a swing. That'd be nice. It really would be. I like swinging on a swing and just sitting there relaxing. I do. I don't get to do that anymore. I don't have nobody to do it with. I don't. Um, yeah. There's a lot of haters out there. Sometimes it's really hard it to directly love them. It is. I've been told I don't want your love. You know what? I've told people that too. I don't want the kind of love that you want to give me. I don't want it. I reject it, because that love is hate. And I don't want it. I don't. I don't like the frequency that comes with some love. And sometimes I think people do that on purpose, just to be spiteful. I really do. Um, love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. And then love your neighbor as yourself. It's love. It is. It's the fulfillment of the law. fulfillment of universal law, really, if you think about it. It's what makes the world go around. It really is. It sustains us. It's what sets us apart, is love. If you find yourself set apart from people and you got that love within you, there's a reason you're set apart. It's that love within you. They don't resonate on it. They may want it, but it may be too much effort on their part to get rid of what's in the way so they can have it. Really, there's a lot of people like that, more than we realize. They want the love, but they don't want to move whatever's blocking that entrance of love out of the way, because it means they got to work for it. And if they got to work for it and it's going to cause them the slightest discomfort, they're not going to raise a pinky, because it's too much effort to do it. They're missing out on the best thing in their whole entire life when they refuse to do that. They really are missing out on the best thing. Muhammad, honey, are you in here? We can't see your comment. It got redacted. Good evening, Ozzy. We got people up this morning. Some people don't like to, I don't even know the title. It's about uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to talk about this, or whatever it is, the feeling of uncomfortableness. People don't want to get in touch with themselves. They don't, because they don't like themselves. They're scared of themselves. They really are. And how can you be afraid of yourself? Really? It's what it boils down to. Afraid of yourself on the inside. That sounds really strange. To be afraid of yourself. But I've heard it come out of people's mouths. I have. They're afraid. They'll start squirming. You try to start talking to somebody. If you start talking about feelings and emotions, and you start talking about love, and you want to go deep with somebody about love, they're going to sit there and you can watch them. They get really, really fidgety. Their eyes start moving, and they'll start looking down. They'll avoid it at all cost. At all cost. They'll get up and walk away. That's how powerful love is. It takes strength to embrace it. It really does. It takes a lot of strength and courage for some people. They don't want it. I'm getting a hot flash now, you all. I am. Am I talking too low, you all? I can't see this. Accountability is the new dirty word. I can't really see this far with my glasses. These are my good glasses. Daughter, father, accountability is the new word. When you say that, what do you mean? Muhammad, your father was in a secret group and I saw him, yeah, doing unimaginable things. It's hard to love people, so you send your love to the earth or your pets. It is hard for people to love people. Good morning, Patty. I sound great? That's great. I want to, because I don't have no earpiece on. It's quiet up here. It's got really good sound. It's got really good acoustics up here in this room, since I'm not down there in the downstairs room. Your daughter just came in from Maui. It was in Maui for her honeymoon, and you were so worried. I don't blame you one single bit. That's how I was with my children. It didn't matter. I didn't go to sleep until my son would get in the house. I didn't at all. I couldn't until I know my children were safe. I don't go to sleep. My husband, that's another story. He didn't care. He went to sleep. Mothers really do have a very nurturing part within them, very loving part. I think the mothers are the warriors. I really do. The strong, the strong, the strong one of the family when it comes down to the heart. It's the mothers. It is. Of course, I'm a female, and I might be a little biased in that area. I might. I am. I see it a lot around other women. They're the ones whose heart is looking out for their children. It's the mothers. It is. You have to ask yourself why. Why? Why are women built that way on the inside? Really? Why are they programmed? Why are they made that way? To be nurturing. Because a lot of men aren't. They're not. It's rare to find a man like that. It is extremely rare. But women, it's pretty easy to find women who are, unless they've hidden it deep beneath that surface. Really. Actually, I could backtrack. It's hard to be that way if you've never had anyone care about you your whole life. It's hard to be nurturing, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. It's very hard to be a nurturing individual. I mean, you can be that way with pets. People can show their pets the feelings that they can't show humans. They're able to show them the love. And I was told by one, well, because they don't talk back. Yeah, they don't talk. They can't talk, so you just you show it to them. It doesn't take too much on your behalf to be affectionate with your animals. It doesn't. It's kind of like a one-way street, really. Not much work to be kind and show the love to animals, but another human being, well, that's going to take work in a lot of cases, because now you're dealing with someone who's practically your equal, and or may be above you, and that takes a lot of work. Thank God for pets and animals. Really, they're very nurturing, especially when you don't get nurtured. You want a pet. You want to have a bond with somebody, and pets are wonderful. They do bring you comfort. I'm not going to say that they don't. And they seem to understand you, even though they can't speak. Although at times you may wish they could speak, but they don't speak. They have their own language. They do. Sometimes people may say, I wish people were more like pets. They do. Now my bottom lip is kind of itching. If you're awake, it's kind of uncomfortable for people to talk about their emotions, their feelings. And one subject is love. Love and intimacy. No, they don't want to talk about it. It's so hard. Human beings are worried about their pets than they are the real humans, beings. That's not right. They will speak one day. I wire something. There are some people who are like that. There are. My face feels itching right here. I know there's nothing there. But there are some people who want humans to talk to them, but they don't talk to them. Really, it boils down to communication. We may not be as good communicators as we think we are. Really, if you want to look at the other side, I like looking at both sides. There are people who want conversation with others, but they're the ones who's doing all the talking. They're the talkers, and they don't want to listen to anyone else. Really, there are people like that. They want to do all the talking, and it's not balanced. It's not balanced. They don't want the other person to talk. And if you've ever been in a conversation like that, you'll find out pretty fast that it's a one-way conversation, and your opinions are not, they weren't asked for. Your comment was not asked for. They're just telling you, they're just talking in a way to where they tell you what they want, how they feel, or how you make them feel. But they do not want you to speak about you, what you feel, or how they make you feel. There's communication barriers. When my children were little, they would have a disagreement. I would set them down. I would say, okay, you go ahead and talk it. You go ahead and you can say what you want right now. And they would say it. My daughter would say whatever she wanted to say. They're little children. And when they had a disagreement, and then I would tell my son, okay, now you go ahead. It's your turn to talk. And then my son would say it. And then I would tell my daughter, okay, now it's your turn to talk. I would do that with them. I would. You can talk now. Say what you want to say, and you got to let him talk too. I would do that with my children. If we could do that with adults, that would be wonderful. It really would. You have a mediator in between. Okay, you can talk, and you better sit there and listen. Don't you open your mouth, and don't you dare interrupt. Yeah. And don't you dare turn everything back around on that person. Yeah. Sometimes we need a mediator, you all. We really do. Unconditional love. I wish so much that there was more unconditional love in this world. I really do. I wish people felt comfortable enough to talk about how they feel without lashing out and blaming others. I really wish they would. Um, because to me, that's not conversation when you lash out and you blame others. It's just accusations. Sometimes they're baseless. They really are. And you may be guilty of doing it. I would love to see people be able to communicate. I would love, you all, the people that I care a lot about, I would love the ones that I cannot sit down and have a conversation with because it makes them too uncomfortable. I'd love to be able to just have the opportunity to just be myself and have conversation that I want to have. You may feel that yourself too. The people that mean a lot to you that you wish you could sit down and you could talk to them, and it would be reciprocated, and you would finally be heard, and then maybe they would feel comfortable, and they would drop the barriers, drop the guard, and maybe they would finally speak from their heart too. Sometimes when that happens, be prepared to feel the hurt, because it's going to come out when people drop their guard and they become very vulnerable. You're going to see some emotions coming out. You're going to see a lot of tears, a lot of hurt that's going to come out of somebody because for years and years and years, it's been bottled up on the inside of them. It has. And they've never felt like they could talk to anybody. They've had to hold it in because they've been taught it doesn't matter what you think and it doesn't matter what you feel. Do you imagine? I know you're listening. Walking around, having to hide it. Hide it and hold it and bottle it up on the inside of you because there's no one to talk to. no one would understand, and you were told no, and you hold it inside because you don't want to get hurt again. You don't want to get hurt again. You don't. I hold a lot of stuff on the inside of me. I don't say how I feel. I don't. I say how I feel on here more than I do in my real life. Okay, I do. Because I know how I feel is not going to want to be heard by certain individuals. I can tell my mother exactly how I feel. I can. She's always there to listen. And my children, I can. I have a few friends that I can speak like that. Can I speak like that to everybody? No, I can't. You all know you can't either because you don't want to get hurt. Just admit it. Nobody wants hurt. No one wants to feel invalidated on the inside of their being. I once had a friend, I remember the words, for the first time in their life, their feelings were validated by another for the very first time in their life. And this individual was in their 50s. Could you imagine that? For the first time, someone that you cared for validated your feelings, validated you. It's really sad if you think about it. It really is. No one validated you your whole entire life. No one. And to have someone finally do it, that's a game changer. That's a life changer. A life changer. It truly is. Oh, love you. Shiloh Henry, honey. Good morning. Yeah, we all need unconditional love. It's hard to get it. It is. A top of the morning, Penny, honey. Gina, honey, woke up. When you wake up, finally happened for that person. Sweetheart, it was. Yep, finally happened. You could be that person. You're thinking, I wish that would happen to me. I could be that person. I wish that would happen to me. I can say that. I really can say that. But Gina, honey, you have such good words to say. Well, I'm one of those persons. I could say that too, to be validated on the inside of my being and know that the individual would mean it. Really. It's all right. Oh, my goodness, you all. It's all right. Grand Rising, Jesse. You haven't been able to talk to your son since he married. My mom was the only one and she passed. I can't talk to my husband. Lori, I believe you. I believe you. I really do. And a lot of women are in that same boat. They don't want to hear it. They don't. That's why we got to come on here. We come on here and blast it out to the whole entire world. We can't talk about our feelings. We can't. Sometimes your feelings may not be validated. Oftentimes they're not. Yeah, oftentimes they're not. You may find that they want their feelings validated. You better validate their feelings. You're going to be in trouble. You didn't know it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street, you all. It is. You just got to shake your head. Shake your head and smile and think, okay. 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 You got to be the tough one. You got to be the big person. You got to be the big girl. You got to be the strong person. If you weren't, you wouldn't have made it this far in life. You would not have made it this far if you were not the strong person at all. There's hidden things that always tell the truth. I've not heard of that. Drunk people, I've heard that. children and leggings. Leggings. Guess I haven't heard the last thing. Albert, your Father God, love to everybody. Yes. Oh my goodness, you all. That's what kids do, but Michael Cromie, you appreciate, and yes. Yeah. You also, there's some things that make people very uncomfortable, and it's getting in touch with the inside of them because they do not want to look at that person on the inside of them. They don't. And you've been told that people are afraid to get to know you. Have you? I've been told throughout the years that people feel intimidated by me, of who I am on the inside. And I don't bite. I don't bite. I'm a serious person, but I'm a loving person. I'm a very loving person. But yeah, I come across as intimidating, and some people don't know how to take me. They don't. It's fine. It's fine. You may come across as that person too. You may come across as that intimidating person, and people don't know how to take you because they don't take a chance to get to know you. They're scared. Scared. It's, yeah. Same way, Heather. It's the strength within us. It is. They see a quality. I really think it is. It's your inner strength right here. It's the frequency. It's bound to be the frequency that is being emitted from our being that can be felt by others. It's really. Um, Someone told you you were unapproachable, Michael, and let me address that. There's some people I feel that way about too. I think I'm scared to approach them. I admit it. I'm scared because I feel that defense. I feel a barrier at times, and I don't even want to knock. I don't even want to knock on that door because I'm scared even as an adult. I am. And it may sound strange, but yeah. And even just the mere look of somebody, it may be intimidating. They may have a mask on their face that intimidates. If they just take the mask off and just turn that stern look into a smile and mean it, maybe I can approach you. Maybe you won't see so intimidating. You know, some people may seem that way based on how they look. They may. Some people will mistake your quietness and stuff, your as being haughty, stuck up. They may look at you and think that person is stuck up if that person's really quiet and keeps to themselves, because that's what we've been told. They're stuck up. They think they're better than you. No, no. There are people who are like that, and you'll find out who they are very quick because they're going to open their mouth, or they're going to totally out blatantly ignore you. They're going to send the message that you are not worth my time. I will speak to you when I want to speak to you, and not another moment sooner. You will not open your mouth unless I address you. If you don't got something to say, then don't open your mouth. If you don't have something worthwhile to say, don't say it, because I don't want to hear it. The energy like that, you'll find out very fast. And you'll say, well, I don't want to open my mouth. I don't. Goodbye. Goodbye. You turn around and exit. And you think, wow, well, I don't know what got up there. Something's going on. Yeah, you'll know it. You will. Some people may not even realize how they come across to others. They may not, unless you tell them. And then when you tell them, it may be uncomfortable for them to hear. They may not want to hear it, truly, because they may not want to believe it. They may not want to believe it, that they are like that, really. But until someone told them, perhaps they never knew. You really don't. You don't know when you're doing something or you're behaving in a way that others may totally misread you unless somebody tells you. Now there are this gets tricky. There are people who they may want you to tell them how they are, but you better not tell them how they are because they really don't want to hear it. They don't. It's really tricky, and there shouldn't be something like that going on, you all, because that's not a truth. That's not love. It's not being truthful. It's not. Can I say I wish everybody was full of unconditional love and they weren't afraid to talk about their feelings and how much they need love in their life, how much they need someone in their life, how much they're glad someone's in their life. How often do you hear that? I'm so glad that you're in my life, from physical people around you. How often do you hear that? I think it's really rare. Now, I hear that from my mother. I do. I hear it from some friends, I do, and family members, but it's not often that you hear it, especially from the people you want to hear it from. You don't. And I would say this. Now this side is itching. I would say this. There is a separation taking place, and it's on a heart level. It is a heart level. There is a separation of the wheats, the weeds, the wheat and the tares, the good seed, the bad seed. They were allowed to grow up together. They were. You had to grow up with it. But there is a separation taking place on a heart level. You can look around and you can see it happening in your life, in your individual circles of people. You can see it. You can feel it. And it's uncomfortable. It is. It's sad. It's uncomfortable because like a great divide that's taking place. And the great divide is not an even divide. It's not. It's more than you may want. It may seem like a very unfair divide, the separation that's taken place on an individual level. It's happening, and it's going to continue to happen. And it may even be happening in the life with those you love. It may. It is in some instances. It's happening with your loved ones, whether they be your family, whether they be your friends. It's happening in the workplaces. It's happening in the churches. It's happening everywhere. It is. It's happening on social media. It is. Even though you can't see people, it's happening on social media too. You lost everyone. Yeah. So I think we're at this point. It's not like you got to leave everybody. Leave your brothers, your sisters, your father, your mother, your families, and follow me. No, it's happening already. And it may not be literal like that is, but you can feel it in your heart. It's happening. You feel the separation taking place. It's spiritual. It's spiritual is what it is. Oftentimes it's physical, but more often you feel it right here in your heart, right there. You feel it in your heart, the split that's taking place. And it's where it's happening. And you're looking around for people like you now that you have felt that divide. You're looking for them. Your radar is active. That radar is sending out the frequency. It's trying to find a beacon, another light beacon. It's looking for the beacons of light. It is. That's emanating from inside people. We're looking for it. Is it a Capricorn Cancer rising, Hipsy Gypsy? What does that mean? A Capricorn Cancer rising. We are all here. We got to follow the light within our heart because it's part of a greater light. We are connected. Love yourselves. You all please love yourself. I'm glad you brought it up. That's really hard for people to love themselves. Very, very hard because they don't like themselves. They don't like their thoughts. They may not like how they look. And because they don't like themselves, they don't like others. Because they don't love themselves, it's hard for them to love others. Now, there are people who do love others, but they don't love themselves. But they can't fully give of themselves if they don't fully love themselves. Okay, let me come back to this. This is one place I have never felt nothing but love. Lori, thank you. Scorpio, Cancer, ready, battle, water here. Scorpio, Cancer, battle. Is that what's happening in the astrological realm? People always misunderstood you and you don't fit in with the crowd. You're okay. You spent many years with people, being a people pleaser. I know, Christy, honey. I've been there, done that too. I still sometimes do it. I try. I really try. And you find out that's not even good enough. They don't want some of you. They want all of you. All of you. They want you to conform. They want you to be like them. They do. A replica. No. No. It's hard to be someone you're not. It's hard to be. But if you can be love, if you could just be that love on the inside of you, we all have different personalities, and we can still have that love on the inside of us, and our personalities, the different things we do and say, they are unique. So you still are different. You still have some uniqueness about you. You do. And that's what makes life worthwhile. It does. It'd be kind of boring if everybody was all the same. It really would. It'd be kind of boring if somebody didn't drive you up a wall. They make you upset one moment, then drive you up a wall, and then they make you laugh. But you don't want to be in a relationship where they make you upset all the time. And they don't want you to laugh. They don't want you to have fun because you're showing emotions. You're having a little bit too much fun. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. I want to see this. I'm going to come back here. Much love to you all. A Cancer gang. Cancer is a very deep feeling. It's the major dark night of the soul occurring. When you say major dark night of the soul, it means you've got to go down. Does you mean you got to go down into that soul and get it out? Is that what you mean? Get out what's in there. You got to dive deep within your being. Look in those crevices where that darkness is hiding and get it out. That went up the screen really fast. It did. Let me see. A major dark night of the soul, not stole. You may feel like somebody has stole your soul. Hug your childhood self. That's right. A Sagittarius and a Scorpio and a Chromie. Michael, you had a chart done, honey. What a great chart. Sweetheart, do you read charts? Yeah, are you talking about a natal chart, sweetheart, honey? Somebody reads them. We're in the battle for the soul for sure. Her name is Linda Lazar. Oh, okay. Oh, she had a radio show. Okay. I know that these charts have certain symbols in them representing certain astrological signs and certain houses within them. I have several empty houses in mine. And I'm thinking, why are they empty? An empty house sounds like a lonely place. It really does. An empty place. You laugh a lot and you got yourself in trouble, Heather, honey. Astrological. Okay. Yeah, you all. It's very, look at, Michael, look at you now in your mansion with Rosie. Yeah. Well, that would be a physical house. There is a spiritual house out there. In that spiritual realm, I guess an aspect of me that is empty. And I don't know what it was. An empty house that I've got on the inside of a natal chart. I had it done years and years ago. I thought, I don't know what it is. I can't even read it. I can't. It was wild. It was. A solar flare hit the sun. Rosie is beautiful. She is. Every night when I get ready to go to bed after I do my video, I go find Rosie. I say, Rosie, honey, come on. It's time to go to bed. You get down these stairs. We're going to go in here. We're going to bed, Rosie. It's time to go to bed. She walks into the bedroom and she wants to run around. I said, no, you ain't going to be playing, Rosie, honey. You're going to get up in that bed. It's time to go to sleep. And she crawls up in the bed and lays on the blanket. And she goes to sleep. She's adorable. She really is. You have cranky places. You're feeling the solar flares. You feel like too much energy going through you. Oh. There's a lot of people that are affected by the energy. It's causing super anxiety, super mood swings within them. It really is. They're admitting it. You may be one of those highly, highly, highly sensitive people. The energy is taking its toll on your body and your emotions, and it's draining you. You may be one of those people. It's not that there's something wrong with you. No, the energy is affecting you in a real big way. Massive energy. You're feeling kind of tense. Just think if we could get that love and just get rid of all of it. Get rid of it all to just bring a peace and calmness. Calmness within our being. Yeah, we got to ground ourselves. I find that love is the ground. God is love. That is my ground, my anchor right there on the inside. It's love. Get you some love today, you all. There's some people don't want to let the love in. They might be afraid of how it makes them feel. They might. Just think, scared to open up that door. Well, and I understand why. In this world, you've been hurt too many times. I'm like it too. No, I don't want to open up my heart's door and get hurt. I don't. I don't. I would pack it full as much love as I could if people were willing, if there was willing heart to pack it so much in there. Shove as much, I'd shove as much love in my heart as I could possibly get. It would have to be the pure unconditional love. Just shove it in there. Keep it in there under lock and key, you all. That's right. Go to the beach. Jesus is love. God is love. If you can't connect to the earth, that's right. You all, that's right. Yeah, you can do it. Let me do something. I'm going to show you something. I pulled something up. I have an empty, oh man, this thing is enormous. I have a totally empty house, and I don't know what it means. It's right there. It's my 8th house. It's totally empty. Gina, that's hocus pocus. No, it's not. I don't even know what it means. It's totally empty. And I got another one that's totally empty down there. I don't even know what it means. It's empty. I don't know what it means. Don't even know how to read these things. Empty and empty. It made me sad thinking, it's empty. I don't even know what it means when it's empty. I don't. Is that what that means, Michael? Room for all your spiritual gifts? That's great. That means, yeah, it's open for the future. I know it's not hocus pocus, Stacy, honey. I sent off in the mail a long, long, long time ago. Somebody told me about it. And when I say long time ago, it's been over a decade ago. Yeah, a decade ago, you all. Totally empty. And there's people who can read it. Look, let me flip it. Now, don't you think bad of me just because I had it done. I didn't even know what it means. No idea what it means at all. This might be telling something really bad about me, but I know who I am on the inside. I do. I know exactly who I am on the inside. So this may not, I don't even know what those squigglies, it looks like water, like waves. I don't even know what that is. That looked like the RX drug. That looked like a moon. It looks like a moon. See, I don't know what it is. No idea. I don't even know if this is even right, what it would say. It's like some kind of foreign language to me. A moony. I don't know what a moony is. But I had it done. I had that done and thought, oh well. Oh well, Gina, honey, you had it done. I do stay in the moment. I really don't even look that far in the future. I have been accused of that. You don't even make plans for the future. Well, I can dream, but sometimes dreams don't come true. They don't. They really don't. I try to make it day by day, you all. That's it. Day by day, each day, one day at a time. Yeah. Oh, ground bedding. Yeah, we got to stay in the moment. An empty cup is easier to fill than a full cup. That's right. Many thanks. Aw, thank you, CT. We try to. Something is absolute garbage. That doesn't sound like a very positive word. Somebody saying absolute garbage, because you are speaking negative against something that don't sound nice at all. It doesn't. I don't like that word, garbage. It's really negative. I don't even use that in my vocabulary except I'm taking out the trash. Yeah, that's not nice. It's not. Um, there is a huge troll. And who is it, Rhonda? The huge troll was... Tell me who it was, Rhonda. What a jerk. Um, well, let's let the huge troll get rid of it, sweetheart. If you can find it on here. It gave you a tool. If you can get it. Oh, oh, you don't want to get rid of them. Who said get rid of it? Rhonda, did I do that? Can you find it? Can you find it on there? The garbage dude, do you see him again? If you can find him, get him. Yeah. Yeah, it's negative energy. You are not... Oh, here he is. Oh, okay. There. What did I do? No, I want to hide him. Okay, I got rid of him. Okay, I got rid of him. Yeah. Okay, well, that was easy to do. It was. He was an unfriendly atheist. Well, he didn't have a shred of love in his being whatsoever. He's in the wrong YouTube channel. He was. Yeah, the unfriendly atheist. That's right. He wasn't nice, sweetheart. Decode your reality is cool. Yeah. Oh, we can do it, you all. So some people feel uncomfortable. I'm talking about their feelings and or their emotions, and they really feel uncomfortable when it comes to love. It makes them uncomfortable because it could be a very brand new emotion. They may see it in others and think that looks so wonderful, to be in love, to feel love, to be treated with love. And that's probably why it's uncomfortable, because they've never felt it, never got to experience it, not even a shred of it in their life. And in that instance, I could see where that would feel uncomfortable. I do. If I could just pour love into people like that, I would do it. I would. I would heal people if I could like that. I know I can. I really can. Love can heal people. I can heal people in my life with the love that's inside of me, but only if they're willing. Only if they're willing. And if they're not willing to let you love them, to help heal their hurt and pain, it's not happening. They may say, you're not going to do it. I don't need it. There's nothing wrong with me. Fine. Fine. Go ahead and reject me. See what you're missing. Reject me and just see what you're missing, because you're never going to know what you're going to be missing. Oh, my goodness gracious. You all. Insomnia with Gina, honey. That's right. Yeah. Do we got to... Yeah, if you want to be a jerk, get out. That's right, you all. That'd be really funny. You have somebody in a crowd of people whose their hearts are so full of love, and you can feel that frequency, and you have some kind of grouchy person in there thinking, I got to get out of this place. These people have done lost it, because you feel so uncomfortable. You're surrounded by people who have that love frequency, and it's killing you on the inside of your being. It says Michael Cromie, it says a moderator, and it's strange because someone said I should be a moderator, sweetheart. I I stuck it on there when I was trying to get rid of the troll. I did. All right, now it's gone. Now it's gone. You got to be able to laugh from that innocence within your being. There is an innocence about love. There truly is. It's a childlike innocence from inside here. And some people may not like that giggling. They may not. They may think, you know what, you are giggling too much. I can't handle that. You're laughing about everything. You're in too good of a mood, and you need to settle down and get kind of grow up. Quit your giggling. Quit your laughing. Then I think, you popped my bubble. You popped my bubble. Why you want to pop my bubble? I want to be happy and I want to have fun on the inside. I do. Yeah, there are sticks in the mud. You may live with a stick in the mud. You might. They may feel like they live with a stick in the mud. But you will encounter people in your life. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you giggle. They don't. Because they can't do it. And they don't want to see you do it. But they love to do it. But since they can't do it, they can't allow themselves to be free on the inside. They don't want to see you do it because it rubs them the wrong way. Love of the world, shine, yeah, shine on me. Love is the answer. It is. It is the answer. Rhonda, honey, you on here saying something? We do love you, Gina. We all feel safe. We hear you talk. Are you asleep? Yeah, I like to giggle. You in a good giggle? If you all want to hear a really good laugh, it was a video that I did yesterday on the porch. I was saying, it was about, are you seeing this more often? And I was on my porch and it was talking about ants and stuff. And at the 20-minute and 20-second timestamp, start listening. Because I was talking about this centipede in Hawaii. The centipedes are big. And this woman was coming home from work. And a centipede crawled up her leg. And you'll listen to it. You wanna hear me giggle. It was so funny. It was so 20 minutes and 20 seconds in that video yesterday. I couldn't stop laughing. And even if I listened to it now, there's no way I'd be able to stop laughing because it's so funny because I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're bad for us. Centipede kills bags, but they're bad for us. They're bad when they crawl up on your body. You don't want a centipede on your body. You don't, you all. So, it's early. It's early. My phone's dying now. My battery's running low. I done ran my battery down. Some people would say, when you talk, I wish you would stop talking. I heard this come out of somebody's mouth. I wish God would take you away from me. And I thought, wow. Wow. That's what I thought. I still think about it. It will never leave my mind. Never. It won't. It's all right. It's all right. How do they know that ain't already happened, is what I got to say. How do they know it ain't already happened? As soon as the words came out of their mouth, boom, the connection was severed. Yes. Good night. Good night, you all. Hopefully we can get some sleep. That's right. You're going to have a fresh day. You're curious what you look like when you were first in love. I bet you were a beauty. I'll let you know when that happens to me. I will. I'll let you know. I have no idea. I really don't. We may think that we have encountered love even in our younger years. You may. You may think you know love, and then you grow up and all that Well, that's not what I thought it was. Yeah, it's not what I thought it was. I am going to go, you all. I am. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are, in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, I've got a lot of love. This is the look of love on my face right now. It is. It's the look of love. It's a gentle look right here. I can think about something and I can make that look come on my face. I can. That's right. Have a wonderful morning, sleep, night. You all, love you.